What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. As the usual, we have a lot to cover today on today's show, including the Wendy Williams scandal that has been going on for weeks now. So now let's get started. Well, as we all know, Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter, they have been going through a lot of issues lately. Wendy Williams, well, as we all know, she checked into a sober home lately to deal with her addiction that she has with alcohol and then with her cocaine past. And Kevin Hunter, he is being a cheater. He is literally having this infidelity right now with another woman, which her name is Sharina. And it has also been reported that this mistress now has a baby, and it is speculated that this baby belongs to Kevin Hunter as well. Well, now it is speculated, and I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, but it is highly speculated that Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter are now going to be divorcing. And Wendy Williams, I'm sure she noticed that Kevin Hunter isn't really the kind of guy that she thought all along was. Because, first off, it has been all over the news. And second of all, I think she might have hired somebody to spy on him and to see if he was really doing something dirty behind her back. So, I think this is the best decision Wendy Williams has ever done, if these speculations are true that they're divorcing. And the couple, by the way, Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter, they have been married for the past almost 22 years, since November of 1997. And together they have a son named Kevin Jr., who is 18 years old. He is no longer a kid. So, with that being said, it sounds to me like Wendy Williams, she is trying to find a new life on her own. Really. Because, Wendy Williams, first off, she is staying in a sober home. She is no longer in that multi-million home that she would live in over in New Jersey with her husband. She is now alone in a sober home over in Queens, New York. And since she's by herself in that home, I know it's obviously it's because of the addiction that she's had in her past, with her cocaine addiction and her alcohol addiction. But also, it could also be because she wants to be away from her husband, and she wants to take time to think on what she has to deal with this divorce that she is now going to go through. And also, she is thinking on how to even deal with the separation too with her husband. So I think this is what's really going on behind the fact that Wendy Williams is staying in a sober home. I think that's what's really going on, you guys. And I also think that the reason to why Wendy Williams might have relapsed, because it was also rumored that Wendy Williams relapsed into her I think alcohol addiction or cocaine addiction, might have been because of the issues that she's going through with Kevin Hunter. So either Wendy Williams barely noticed that Kevin Hunter is nothing but a pig and is cheating on Wendy Williams, or Wendy Williams already knew for a very long time the issue that she was going through with Kevin Hunter, and that's why she relapsed. Because many people do relapse when it comes to issues like that, and it's understandable. But maybe Wendy Williams has been trying to keep it in the dark this whole entire time because she doesn't want anything about her to go all around the news, which unfortunately, too late, it has already gone around all over the news. So I really, really hope the best for Wendy Williams as she's going through such a tough time right now with this relapse of her addiction and her checking into a sober home, and also dealing with the divorce of the infidelity of her husband, Kevin Hunter, who, like I said, she's been married with for almost 22 years now. And I honestly, don't know if Wendy Williams is ever going to address this in her show, or if she isn't going to address this, but I think she's going to have to address this sooner or later, because this is something that many fans are worried about, and this is something that many fans have been wanting to hear off of Wendy Williams, because they want to know what her opinion is as a woman having to deal with tough times like these, you know? And I know that Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter, they have a business together. It's like a foundation business where the both of them help out a bunch of people that are dealing with addiction, just like Wendy Williams. It's kind of like a rehab that they have together, I believe, where they go out and they help people with addictions, with drugs, alcohol. And so far they have like treated like over 50 people so far. It's like a new foundation. It's like a new rehab, I believe. And I honestly think that is like the best thing ever, that they're helping people out. But the fact that they have a foundation together, and with this infidelity going on, I think that's kind of a bad idea. Because when it comes to infidelities, especially when it comes to a man having a baby with another woman, now that's something that you should definitely stay away from, and not even know of that man for the rest of your life for doing such a thing. Really. So in this case, I feel like Wendy Williams, she should depart from this foundation. She should make a foundation of her own by herself for people with addiction. Really, she should definitely just depart from Kevin Hunter from this. She should definitely depart from Kevin Hunter from this foundation, because it's for the best. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, but I'll keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen next with this separation and this divorce that's going on, because I know that this isn't gonna end just here. There's gonna be more to come, and it's gonna get even more interesting as days go on. It's like literally a soap opera right here, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, not to be funny, but it's the truth, and it's something serious, as we should all know. Well, now on to even more sad news. Rapper Nipsey Hussle reportedly got shot outside of his store over in southern LA this past Sunday. He got shot 6 times. And last night, there was like a service going on for him over at the South LA area, where unfortunately another mishap happened where many people got shot and injured last night at this service. It was like an outdoor service, I believe. They were dedicating it to Nipsey Hussle. And Nipsey Hussle, I mean, he wasn't just a rapper, you guys. He was a helper, you guys. He helped people that were doing like poor in life, that were dealing with a lot in life. He was dealing people that were in need. That's what I'm trying to say. And he was very, very thoughtful, and he wasn't that kind of guy that was selfish of himself at all. So he was highly loved and admired by many people. Rappers like Drake, for example, paid tribute and said a few words about the rapper, about his passing. But it is yet to know who the suspects are behind this shooting that went on with Nipsey Hussle. So as of now, it's still under investigation on who it was, but sooner or later, this person's gonna get caught. So that's all the info I have, you guys. I honestly think that this world needs to stop with all these shootings, and this world needs help, and this world needs love. Definitely. Because this right here, what just happened last Sunday, is just an example that there's just still evil, and there's evil and hate out in this world. That just comes to prove how bad and corrupt this world still is. And unfortunately, if we don't get together and we don't make a change for this hate to stop and for these evil things to happen, there is no change, and unfortunately things are still gonna stay the same. So I hope that this shooting that went on is, a bit of a life lesson for most of us, to know and see how corrupt our world is, and how much of a change and how much we should get together to make a change for this world, so that way this world could be a better place to live in, and we would no longer have to go through these kind of things very often. Really, that's all I gotta say. So this is saddening, of course, that Nipsey Hussle got shot, and now he was a young man. Okay, he was only like in his 30s, and he had two kids, and they are very, very little. One of them is only 2 years old, you guys. And the fact to know that now these kids, they no longer have a father, and they just have a mother. That's what I do know. It's tough. I could imagine how tough it is, and I could imagine how saddening it is, and I could imagine how devastating it is, especially the fact that they lost a father at such a young age, and that they're not going to grow up with a father by their side, and they're just going to remember this tragic, traumatic day for the rest of their lives. Because I believe that no matter how little these kids are, they're still going to remember what happened, and they're going to continue living through that nightmare throughout the rest of their lives. So it's even more sad than it is. So my hearts and prayers go out to Nipsey Hussle's family and friends. I really, really hope the best for them, and of course for the fans out there that have loved and supported Nipsey Hussle since the beginning of his career. And of course, my hearts and prayers go out to the ones that got shot yesterday in a service or a stampede of of a tribute to Nipsey Hussle, which happened in the same area of LA. Because all I know is that multiple got injured, but no fatalities have been confirmed yet. No deaths have been confirmed yet. So yeah, my hearts and prayers go out to those people too. I hope they heal from those injuries from the shots that went on. Especially down in South LA. I mean, man, things do not go pretty down over in South LA, you guys. It's bad. But that's unfortunately how it is, you guys. That's how it is, unfortunately. And sometimes in life you can't control people's actions and you can't control violence, but we can make a change to this kind of violence that happens. I mean, Sunday, the shooting with Nipsey. Yesterday, Monday, another shooting, but over at his Stampede, with a bunch of people, you know, out there trying to dedicate the memory of Nipsey Hussle. Well, may Nipsey Hussle rest in peace. Well, this Friday there is going to be a new movie starring Hilary Duff. It is called The Haunting of Sharon Tate. The movie stars Hilary Duff, Jonathan Bennett, and many more stars that are going to be in the movie. And the movie, it's a horror movie. It's like a horror thrill movie. And it's like the first time Hilary Duff gets to even star in a movie that's a horror movie. So let's see how this movie goes. The movie is going to be out this Friday, and this movie is I don't know if it's based off of Sharon Tate, the actress, but what I do know though is that it is a haunting movie. So get ready for some scares, you guys. The movie though is pretty similar though to I believe Orphan, the horror movie. I don't know if you guys ever watched Orphan, the horror movie, but it is a bit similar to that because I mean, it's first off the actress, it's a woman, the one that's leading the movie, and second of all, it's about this crazy woman that's, you know, trying to kill and trying to do a bunch of horrible things to a bunch of innocent people, and it's kind of like that kind of movie. So it's pretty interesting. The plot that it sounds to be, we'll see how Hilary Duff does in this movie though, as the leading actress of the movie, of this horror movie that's coming to theaters this Friday. Especially as a villain and as a horror actress. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Really, it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty interesting movie, and the movie started filming last year on February. That's what I do know, and I don't know how long the movie took to film, but what I do know is that it was a huge challenge for Hilary Duff, and it was a huge challenge for the rest of the actors to star in a movie like this, because like I said, it's like the first time Hilary Duff gets to star in a horror movie, and then the rest of the actors, I mean, it's starring in a horror movie for them. I believe it's also a challenge because it's something that I believe they've never done either. So I really do hope the best, and I hope the best of the best for the box office scores too for this movie. I hope it gets like a #1 in the box office or something, and it gets to gross a record-breaking whopping amount of money in its first week of, or first day of play. I really do hope the best of the best. Maybe Oscar nominated movie, maybe not, who knows, but it's gonna get it's seems like it's gonna be a good movie. That's all I gotta say, you guys. Anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into this show. You guys are the best. I'll keep you guys updated on what is going on with Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter, and I'll keep you guys updated on more things that go on, of course, in the near future. So, till next time, guys, peace.